You can transfer in. We're taking the top 8 to the D main. Lights are out. Here we go. Tony Morgan looks them over, approves of the start. They are green flag racing. Matt Sko, Josh Kane already moving to the middle groove of the speedway as the action heats up early in this one. You see them 2 and 3 wide throughout the pack. Austin Becerra is off the pace. He started front row on the outside, and he has dropped to the tail of the field. Something amiss on Becerra's 22A machine. He will take the hard right in turn 4. Look out, Troy Bynum. He's all kinds of out of shape in turn number 1, and the caution flag will come out. Troy Bynum goes for a spin down to the infield in turn 1, and the first caution flag of the E-main comes out. Green flag out. The E-main's back underway. Matt Sko looking to challenge your leader through turns 1 and 2. No challenge just yet for your leader, Jeffrey Lean Jr. They'll bring him around to complete lap number 2. Everybody getting separated thus far on this one. Josh Kane will pull alongside the 211 of Tim Eaton. Those two race side by side. That's for the 4th place spot. They're well within a transfer position. Jeffrey Lean Jr. leads Matt Sko in 2nd. 3rd is Cummins. 4th is Eaton. 5th, Josh Kane. 6th, Brian McGowan. 7th, Brandon Walsh. The 69 of Ryan Phillips right now your driver on the 8th and final transfer spot. So we'll keep an eye on the Osage City, Kansas racer back there in the 69. He's on the bubble right now. Josh McGahey on the outside looking in. Out of the last chance qualifier. He's starting to march his way up through the field. And look out, Josh McGahey. He's off the pace over in turn number 2. The slowing 911 car. We'll see if we can race by. Skinlan's now off the pace as well in the 15. He'll get back on the gas not before Kyle Naus and John Briggs drive by. As we try to get McGahey down into the infield, he will pull into the infield with a right rear flat. So McGahey calls it quits, a right rear flat for the 911. And now we got debris over in turn number 2. Going to see a caution flag wave shortly. Looks like it's been knocked up and out of the groove thus far. We're going to stay green. So that debris up and out of the groove. We'll go ahead and keep the field fired up here with Jeffrey Lean Jr. out in front and 24 Jr. 8 laps in and 12 to go this time by. Lean continues to lead. Sko in 2nd, 3rd, Cummins 4th, Eaton 5th. Race for 6 is between McGowan and Walsh. Ryan Phillips still on the 8th and final transfer spot. So Phillips in the 69, still the bubble car as we click laps off here in the E-main. Jeffrey Lean Jr., the Mora, Minnesota young gun, having a pretty good E feature here on this finale of Battle at the Bullring 4, driven by G-Style Transport and powered by Yeoman Racing Engines. 10 laps in and 10 to go this time by, halfway through the E-main. Look out, Brennan Gave. Brennan Gave getting together with the 14 machine of Brotherton. Spread out all the way around the Humboldt Speedway. Jeffrey Lean Jr. continues to lead in this one. And he will start working into lap traffic shortly in this one. Troy Bynum will be the first car in danger of going a lap down. Sko still in tow of your leader. Matt Sko in that 2S car runs in 2nd. 3rd is Cummins. 4th still Eaton. 5th Kane. 6th McGowan. 7th Walsh. And Ryan Phillips still on the 8th and final transfer spot. Jeffrey Lean Jr. trying to work by Troy Bynum in the 81. He will look to put that lap car in between himself and the 2S of Sko. He will do just that. Tim Eaton's worked up into the 3rd place spot by Jimmy Cummins in the meantime. So some good action there as well as the laps click away. 14 in and 6 to go. Five laps remain in the E-main. Jeffrey Lean Jr. start on the inside front row of this one. Look out, Brian McGowan gets together. Jimmy Cummins and Walsh will get collected as well. Heads up, fellas, down in turn number 2. Cummins and Walsh get together. McGowan slams the wall over in turn number 3 after being involved in that as well. So you've got McGowan in the 22. He's nosed up against the wall in turn number 3. Cummins in the side of Brandon Walsh's 10W. Those 3 drivers were in transfer spots. Did not see exactly how it happened. Now we'll get a look on the FK Rod-Ins instant replay. Looked like maybe some contact between the 3J and the 19 initially started that incident down in a little bit of a slinky start. Josh Kane will get a right rear flat. They were kind of bottled up coming to the line. And Kane will suffer a right rear flat. He'll pull down to the infield. Nonetheless, it will be a good start. And the 24 junior of Jeffrey Lean Jr. will be your leader. Phillips once on the bubble in that 69 car. He's rolled up into the 4th place spot. Kyle Nouse just behind him in 5th. 6th is Briggs. 7th is Christopher. Brennan Gave now in the final transfer spot after we lost Josh Kane. So Brennan Gave, the 8th and final transfer, just ahead of Adam Brotherton. 2 laps to go this time by for the 24 junior of Jeffrey Lean Jr. Sco in 2nd, Eaton in 3rd, Phillips and Nouse the top 5. Dan Christopher will take over the 6th place spot from John Briggs off of turn number 2, put the 42 up into 6th. White flag coming to the air off of turn number 4. 1 more lap to go for Jeffrey Lean Jr. Matt Sco will take one last look at the Mora, Minnesota young gun off of turn number 4, side by side of the line. It'll be Jeffrey Lean Jr., your E-Main winner. Brennan Gave looks to have nailed down the final transfer spot. So Brennan Gave in the show at 8th. 7th goes to Briggs. 6th goes to Christopher. 5th will go to Nouse. 4th will go to Phillips. 3rd will go to Eaton. 2nd will go to Matt Sco. And your E-Main winner out of Mora, Minnesota, the Pizza Pub Perfection Auto Glass number 24 junior, Jeffrey Lean Jr. wins the E-Main. Again, the final transfer was Brennan Gave.
Try this once again. Again, intense behind the wheel. Here we go. Green flag flies. We're back at our way. Camden Perry, Lincoln, Arkansas driver on the low side. The 20C of Shane Collins, Thayer, Kansas driver, takes the point up front. He'll bring him into quarter number 3. Lucas Isaacs coming to life out of Bonner Springs, Kansas. Currently holds down that 3rd spot. Isaacs up on the high side. He'll cross the line in 3rd right there. Good run by him. Kenyon Method just behind him in the 41. Then the 54 of Tyler Kidwell. Tyler Kidwell been a little bit quiet here all weekend, but looking good here so far. Currently sits in that 5th spot with a transfer position. The double Q of Tony Barhaugen, Wisconsin driver, currently sitting in the 6th spot so far with a transfer. Up front, the 20C, now your race leader, Shane Collins, Thayer, Kansas driver. Good battle now. Lucas Isaacs down to the low side. Had a chance to talk to Lucas and Ethan Isaac, the brothers' operation. Down there this afternoon, they said, we got one car looking pretty fast here this weekend. He's going to wait it out and wear him down. He said that was Ethan Isaac. Lucas, on the other hand, said it's been a struggle all weekend long, looking to turn things around. Looks like certainly he has done that here tonight as he currently sits in that 3rd spot, fighting for 2nd with Camden Perry out of Lincoln, Arkansas here in the D-Main. Again, top 8 will move on. Having a look at the lap counts. 4 laps down this time by 4 down, 16 laps to go. 16 to go. Currently the 16X is your transfer car. That is Matthew K out of Chinook, Kansas. Matthew K in the 16S. That's a black car with the orange skirting around it. That is your transfer point right there with the 16X. Look out, one car heavy into the wall over here off corner number 4. We'll see if he can make the escape. He does. The 42 of Dan Christopher got too high out of Decorah, Iowa. Smashed the wall in corner number 4, and he'll have to retire from the end. Tough break for Dan Christopher in the 42. Still the 16X is your transfer position. The 24 junior, Jeffrey Lean Jr. out of Mora, Minnesota, trying to fight for a spot there to try to get up there. Kurt Drake and Mora, Kansas also right in that mix, trying to find a transfer spot. Great shakeup up here at front is now Kenyon Meffin has caught the backside of the 6 car of Lucas Isaacs here at lap number 7. Lap 7, 13 to go. Coming around, it'll be lap number 8. The 20C of Shane Collins, Thayer, Kansas driver, continues to pull away from the rest of the field here at lap number 8. 12 laps remain. Tony Barr now coming to life in that QQ, makes his way inside the top 5. Started this one back in the 8th position, so he has gained 3 spots. It's a 6-car breakaway up front with the 20C of Shane Collins, currently your race leader. Still your transfer position behind Tyler Kidwell, 54. He is the 7th position. The 16X, Briggs with some trouble down the front chute with Brennan Gave out of Princeton, Minnesota. Scary moment there for those drivers. The 211 looks like Tim Eaton with some trouble on the left rear of that machine out of St. Joe, Missouri. Tough break there for that young man. Tyler Kidwell in 7th, the 16X of Matthew K. out of Chinook, Kansas. The 112 now dives to the low side. The 112 and the 211 cars both retire here at lap number 11, just past the halfway point, 9 laps to go. It's a 6-car breakaway, 1 car, heavy contact up in the wall. That is the 2S of Matt Show. He has a transfer spot. He just needs to ride it out for now. Currently sitting in that 6th position, Tyler Kidwell in 7th. Not very comfortable as they're too wide behind him to try to gain a spot. The 18 now has caught the rest of the pack. Kurt Drake, Moran, Kansas driver, on the low side of Tyler Kidwell, trying to pick up a spot there along with the 16X of Matthew K. Chinook, Kansas, your current transfer position point. Still no change inside of the top 6. I'm watching 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th duke it out for those final 2 transfer positions as the laps continue to wane off here at lap 13. Coming around, it's lap number 14 this time by. Challenge for the lead up front with the 14C of Camden Perry coming back to life. Original pole setter in this one. Perry now on the low side trying to run the hub around Humboldt Speedway to gain a victory here. The higher you finish, the better starting position you're going to get in that next event. Again, we're in the D feature top 8. We'll move on to that C main here momentarily. Inside of 5 to go, 15 in the books, 5 laps to go. Tyler Kidwell now able to put some cushion in between him. And now the 18, our new cutoff position for that 8th and final transfer spot, the D18 of Kurt Drake, has made his way around the 16X of Matthew K. Matthew K. now falling into the clutches of Jeffrey Lean Jr. out of Mora, Minnesota. Ryan Phillips back there in the 69, the Briggs machine and the 5-star machine trying to also hang on to this one. Way out of this one, out of a transfer spot currently here at lap number 17. 3 laps remain. Still a 6-car breakaway. Great battle up front between these 6 cars. Lucas Isaacs now coming on strong here on the high side, coming alive late in this one inside of 5 to go, has found himself into 2nd spot. Lucas Isaacs driving to that 2nd spot. Lucas started this one back in the 6th position, has gained 4 spots, and now is all over race leader Shane Collins in the 20C. Collins has dominated the event so far, but Lucas Isaacs will challenge at the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Who's it going to be? The QQ car is the man on the move. Tony Barr now from 8th. Challenges for that 3rd spot with the 14 of Camden Perry as they bring him into corner number 3 and off of corner number 4 for the final time. Steven Muhlenberg, a rare performance by him, will go a lap down your winner, the 20C, followed by the 6 double Q, 14 and 41.
All right, great job, guys.
Exciting finish there as we finish up tonight.
Everybody else go to your fifth.
So Dan Barr, what a drive for him in the QQ machine. He'll take a transfer spot. He'll finish up in that 3rd spot. Running 2nd tonight, Lucas Isaacs out of Bonner Springs, Kansas, in the runner-up position. And your winner, Shane Collins out of Thayer, Kansas, dominated that one. Picks up a win tonight in the D feature. 8 cars will transfer on. We'll verify those for you and get back to you here momentarily. Bryce, up to you, bud. But for right now, let's get you going here with the C main. Bryce Hall.
Here we go off of turn number 4. J.C. Morton takes the green flag. We got him beating and banging a little at the back of the pack. We'll see how it sorts out as we work into turn 1.
Everybody, this is going to be a nail-biter. Only 8 drivers will move on to that B main. 8 drivers to tag the field of the B main here tonight in the C main for Battle to Bullring 4. C main, J.C. Morton out of Springfield, Missouri, back to the helm.
The 5'11 of Corey Williams will take over the 2nd place spot ahead of Kenny Mayer. Frimming right there in the 33X as they continue to run top to bottom around the Humboldt Speedway. J.C. Morton, your leaders. Second is Williams. Race for third, a good one. Sam, look at Fremming working down to the inside of Mayer.
Fremming on the gobble down there. The 33X has been strong this weekend. We got 2 of them up in the wall here over off of corner number 4. Looks to be Tyler Kidwell in the 54.
41. Can you wave your hand out the window?
It's the M41 of Canyon Methvin.
Go high. Down 2. Go check on that guy. He may need
18 of J.C. Morton getting set to bring us up to speed. We're back underway, looking for the top 8 to take into the B main.
8 cars to move on. J.C. Morton at the helm brings them into corner number 1. No change right now. Everybody kind of diving down low. The Wheatland Outlaw, Mike Striegel, now up on that high side. Takes it into corner number 3. Morton still out front.
Morton, your leader, but here comes Corey Williams along the inside. Corey Williams getting that 511 car to rolling. The Super W Motorsports 511 and IMCA Southern Sport Mod looking to challenge the 18 of J.C. Morton as they race down the back straightaway. Fremming in third. Mayer and Rodine, the top 5 off of turn 4.
The 21B car of Brandon Kinney out of Woodward, Oklahoma, your 8th and final transfer car right here coming to the line. The black and white 21B, that is your transfer car. So Jeremy Lyle out of Higginsville, Missouri, 1 spot on the outside looking in, currently sitting back there in the 9th spot. Lucas Isaacs now coming to life in the 6th as he tries to gain a few spots here into corner number 3.
Brandon Kinney trying to advance along that top side of the speedway. Worked by Austin Howes into 7th, now behind the 17 of Mike Striegel. Rodine and Mayer there ahead. Business starting to pick up 4th on back in this one as Morton brings them off at turn 4 and 18.
The 17A of Austin Howes, Memphis, Missouri driver, now your cutoff point. He's the green and black car here about to cross the start-finish line. Right there in another battle with another 17, Mike Striegel. Brandon Kinney now, Striegel side by side with Kinney in the 21B. Kinney takes the high road, Striegel down low. They'll take that battle into corner number 3.
Justin Fremming challenging down to the inside of the 511 of Corey Williams. Side by side for the runner-up spot down the front straightaway. Here comes Fremming. He'll work the bottom groove of the speedway through turns 1 and 2. Williams still working the top shelf. Side by side down the back straightaway. A good one going for second as J.C. Morton looks to run away and hide.
Morton will bring him to lap number 8 here as we continue to click the laps off. 12 laps to go. Top 8 will transfer on. Good battle here. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Mike Striegel trying to find his way around the 21B of Brandon Kinney. Now we saw Brandon Kinney on the high side earlier. He's dove down to the hub trying to make his way to the front behind the 19.
Austin Howes still on the 8th and final transfer spot. Lyle and Ronnie Gould in the 1 car trying to race their way towards that top 8, but Howes still nailing down the final transfer spot just behind the 17 of Mike Striegel. So we'll keep an eye on that as J.C. Morton continues to lead in the 18.
Morton with a powerhouse here. The Oman race engine powered 18 coming off of corner number 2. He'll enter corner number 3. The rest of the challengers are now just coming off corner number 2. So Morton certainly putting on a dominating performance, going for his 4th victory of the weekend.
Second continues to be Fremming. 3rd is Williams. 4th is Kinney. 5th, Rodine. 6th is Mayer. 7th is Striegel. Austin Howes got sideways. He'll lose a transfer spot. That'll put Lyle in the show. Mac Esty now has a shot. That's tightened things up for the 8th and final transfer spot. Unfortunate for Howes, but now we got a race for the final transfer spot.
Lap number 12, Bryce, just 8 laps to go here as things are getting a little hairy here off of corner number 4. Watch him coming to the line just outside of the transfer spot. Lucas Isaacs coming to life in the 6. Mike Striegel now in a good side-by-side battle. He'll take that one into corner number 3. Esty trying to get up there as well.
Keep an eye on Lucas Isaacs. He's rolling in that 6 car as he's trying to close in on Mac Esty, who's in the final transfer spot. Almost 3 wide there, Mac. Being challenged down to the inside by Isaacs in 6. Good side-by-side battle now for the 8th and final transfer spot.
I know the Northland is coming to life with Esty there battling for that final transfer spot with Bonner Springs, Kansas driver Lucas Isaacs in the 6. Isaacs on the hub, down on the low side. Mac Esty will keep it up high. Here we are at lap number 14. Bryce, 6 laps to go.
Hold up, Tony. Hold up, Tony. Don't throw right. Don't throw right. Don't throw right.
I was thinking 12.
So the 18 of J.C. Morton leading out in front. A full straightaway advantage now for the Springfield, Missouri racer. Fremming starting to pull away from Williams. Brandon Kinney in the 4th place spot. Top 5 rounds out with Lucas Rodine.
Roxanne, make my heart skip.
Esty still in that 8th and final transfer spot as we continue to clip these laps off. Lap number 16 in the books that time by. Just 4 laps remaining, inside of 4 to go. Drivers running out of time to try to make the top 8 to move on to that B main here tonight.
So J.C. Morton could close in on lap traffic here in the closing laps of this one. Justin Fremming a full straightaway behind. Williams still in third. Fourth is Kenny. Fifth is Rodine. Sixth is Striegel. Seventh is Mayer. And Mac Estee has the final transfer spot with just 2 laps to go.
Give a shout out to Kenny Mayer, the outside pole setter, hanging on to a transfer spot, currently sitting in that 7th spot. Now Estee wants it away. Going to have to go yellow. 2 cars in the fence up here off of corner number 4 late in the race. Bryce, this could really change things up here at lap number 18. We'll see if that lap is scored or not. There'll be a couple laps to go here as we get to the nail-biting finish. I thought we were going to make our way to it. You never know what's going to happen with just 2 laps to go with transfer positions on the line here. Top 8 will be the only ones to move on here tonight. From Springfield, Missouri, going for his 4th win of the weekend and in a C main. That tells you about the competition, Bryce.
Green, white, checkered finish to the C main. J.C. Morton and Justin Fremming. They race down into turns 1 and 2. We'll keep an eye on the final transfer spot. Mac Estee trying to finish off Lucas Isaac. Sam, white flag in the air and 1 lap to go.
We'll bring him home as J.C. Morton is trying to hang on. Fremming is all over the backside. Brandon Kinney now over the backside of the 5'11 of Corey Williams. J.C. Morton in that middle lane out of Springfield, Missouri. Powers off of quarter number 2 with that Yeoman race engine power. Running strong here into quarter number 3. Final turns for the 18. Springfield, Missouri's J.C. Morton with his 4th win of the weekend over Fremming. Too close to call there at the line with some damage on the cars as they came across the line to the start.
Wheeler and Jackson on row number 1. Elbows up, race fans. Here we go, the last chance to dance. Green flag will wave, and Jackson will take initial command through turns 1 and 2.
And as Bryce said, the intensity factor now through the roof. 1 car in trouble deep in the field here as everybody tries to get around. Rex Winkle with a problem over here off of corner number 2. He's going to have to wave the yellow flag as Rex Winkle is stopped right here. We got the Z-Man of Randy Zimmerman also spun down here low on the 4.
We got one in. We got one in. 96, you're going to go to the tail.
So tough break there right from the start. Just 3rd year in a row, if I'm not mistaken, he was over 20 wins. Outstanding season. Here we go. Green flag flies once again. Chris Jackson up front.
The B-main back underway. Jackson leads down into turns 1 and 2. Randy Klein starting to work the bottom groove of the speedway. The top 10 drivers will advance on into battle at the Bullring 4 as we come around to complete lap number 2. It's Jackson, your leader, in 65.
Good battle back here with Robbie Eilers in the 3E, but keeping an eye on him. The 3 and the 317 going after it, trying to keep inside to try to make their way inside the top 10. Roy Long in that 317 likes the high lane. Robbie Eilers down low. That's back there for 8th and 9th. Now the 33 of Justin Fremming. Remember, he came from the C main, trying to make his way now into the top 10. He's right there, Bryce.
Fremming starting to roll up through the field. He works down to the inside of the 3E of Eilers down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, out in front, Michael Truscott has grabbed the 3rd place spot away from the 88 of Randy Klein. So he will take over that position as Jackson continues to lead in 65.
Lap number 4 and tough break there for Mac Estee as he is retired from the VIN. He'll be the first car to DNF here. Again, Chris Jackson powers his way out front. That is going to be a hot rod to watch. Wheeler in that 2nd spot. We're keeping an eye back here on the transfer positions. Good battle. Here comes J.C. Morton.
J.C. Morton starting to work his way up through the field right around that final transfer spot. We'll keep an eye on the 18th. He's 1 spot out right now in the 18, but we'll keep an eye on J.C.
The R21 way up on the high side there. Trying to also make his way up to the transfer spot. Had the sparks flying. We'll keep an eye on that. Great battle there. Randy Zimmerman also just on the outside looking in. Good side-by-side battle with the Z2080 as he tries to recover from that earlier incident. Side-by-side battle with Wheeler now on the 22T of Truscott.
Yeah, Michael Truscott working down to the inside of the 88 of Chad Wheeler. Side-by-side working off of turn number 2. They'll race door-to-door down into turns 3 and 4. Randy Klein in that 4th place spot. Top 5 rounds out with Cody Smith in the 31. That'll be your top 5. 6th is Wettengale. 7th is Richards. 8th is Long. 9th is Fremming. Race for the final transfer spot. J.C. Morton now in the top 10 and 18.
J.C. Morton trying to make his way up. Has a fast car like we've been talking about. He has 4 victories here this weekend and now trying to fight his way into this one the hard way. Chris Jackson up front now has company with Michael Truscott and Chad Wheeler having a great run up there inside the top 3.
Off of turn number 4 this time by, we will complete lap number 10. So 10 in and 10 to go. Truscott still in tow, your leader, Chris Jackson. Third continues to be Wheeler. Fourth is Klein. Fifth is Smith. Sixth is Wettengale. Seventh is Richards. Race for eighth is between Roy Long and Fremming. Roy Long slipped off the pace just a little bit there in turn number 2, and J.C. Morton will look to work by the 317.
Morton down on the low side out of Springfield is going to grab the spot there as Roy slips again on the 317. Now Robbie Eiler's trying to come into play as well. One car up high just in front of them. Good side-by-side battle for the 8th spot. J.C. Morton hanging on with a little bit of contact there with the 317.
Boy, Roy Long looks like he has his hands full right now in that 317 car. The car just not handling very well for the Stillwell, Oklahoma racer. The 3E of Eilers trying to crack up into a transfer spot. He works down to the inside of Roy Long off of turn number 2. Battles for the final transfer spot. Long trying to hang on over Eilers. Now we got a race for the lead.
The race for the lead, Michael Truscott down on the low side trying to take the hub, find a way around that middle lane, driving 65 of Chris Jackson. He has led the entire distance. Now Michael Truscott coming to life here. A lot of distance between that second and third place car. The battle up front, though, Bryce, bring them to the line.
Side by side off of turn number 4. Truscott working on the inside now. He'll roll to the high line. They'll swap lines through turns 1 and 2. Truscott will hit the high side in that CRC Motorsports number 22T. Going after the Rage Chassis 65 of Chris Jackson. Things could get good here shortly for the top spot as Truscott continues to stalk Jackson.
Lap number 15 in the books. That time by, I'm keeping my eye on this battle for the 10th and final transfer spot. The 317 of Roy Long has it. The 3E Illinois driver Robbie Eilers wants it. Brandon Kinney right there, as well as Randy Zimmerman. All of those drivers trying to make their way forward to gain a transfer spot. Jake Smith also on the outside looking in.
Boy, Truscott continues to take looks down to the inside of the 65 of Chris Jackson for the top spot. As we mentioned, Roy Long, you see him working into turns 1 and 2. He's on the final transfer spot as Truscott closes back in on Jackson here with 3 laps to go.
Lap number 17, 3 to go as Bryce said. Things shaping up down here with Chad Wheeler as well. Several drivers chasing Wheeler up on the high side. A lot of distance between himself and the rest of them. Randy Klein looking good there in the 80 with the rest of the battle. The Cody Smith trying to make his way into yet another finale here at Battle at the Bullring.
2 laps to go. Working lap number 18. The 65 of Chris Jackson will take the white flag this time off of turn number 4. 1 more lap left in the B main, and business is picking up around the final transfer spot. Brandon Kinney and Eilers now within reach of Roy Long in the 317.
Roy Long desperately trying to hang on. They're going to dive to the low side. This 3-car battle. Look out. Here comes Robbie Eilers. Bryce, bring him home.
Off of turn number 4, Chris Jackson will grab the win in the B main. Second will go to Truscott. Third will go to Chad Wheeler. Fourth will go to Randy Klein. Fifth to Smith. Sixth to Richards. Seventh to Fremming. Eighth to Wettengale. Ninth to J.C. Morton, and the 3E of Robbie Eilers will grab the final transfer spot over Roy Long. That 317 car just was not handling for Roy Long, and he finally dropped out of a transfer spot. Robbie Eilers takes the 10th and final transfer spot. But your B main winner as he rolls off of turn number 2. He's out of Lebanon, Missouri. He drives a Rage chassis with a Rubel Racing engine under the hood, the Joe's Pharmacy. TJR Motorsports, Vans Motor Sales, Show Me Dents, Starnes Excavating, and East 33 Meat Processing at 65. Chris Jackson, your winner in tonight's B-Mod B main.